Georgia Tech versus Nebraska. Getting off here, Blackshear wins the tip, and Tony Morgan starts it off. She's had an incredible start to her season, 10 points in her first 7 contests. She'll dump that into Blackshear, almost out of bounds, and then tipped out by Jazz Shelley.
Great active hands by Shelley in the corner.
It's a Nebraska defense that is very active with their hands, picking up a lot of steals, forcing a lot of turnovers on opponents, and very aggressive. And that's how Amy Williams likes to coach her squad up, is Morgan. Down to Naredo. Naredo now into the corner. Over to Morgan. Agustinate for 3. Off the rim, and that'll go Nebraska's way. Agustinate riding high after her 30-point game against Florida.
Yeah, she shot 10 of 20 in that game, had 6 3-pointers. This will be someone to watch today for sure.
Darian White will bring up the ball for Nebraska, one of the best guards in Montana State history in her first year as a Husker. Natalie Potts thought about it for a second. Works it over to Maddie Kroll. Jazz Shelley, floater, count it. Great first bucket from the Australian guard who has really made a name for herself here in Lincoln.
Yeah, look for Shelley to get going today. Only had 9 points against FAU the other night.
But did have 3 threes. Very deadly from beyond the arc. Here's Naredo into the paint, floater. Foul call, that's a charge. And the Husker bench loves it. Natalie Potts putting her body on the line. Phenomenal charge here, planted feet outside of the area. Yep, picture perfect. As Huskers will try and turn that turnover into points. Shelley gets a screen from Markowski. Over to Potts. Fakes the 3. Into the paint. Scoop layup. You bet. 4-0 Huskers.
Yeah, Potts was able to drive right by. Easy layup on the left side for her.
Yeah, saw the lane and took it all the way down the baseline. A very nifty finish. Dumped into Blackshear. Nice pass. Cuts the lead in half.
Yeah, great look by Wona Ranyas there. Get an easy bucket for Blackshear.
Huskers moving quickly. Potts over to Shelley. Over to Darian White. White poked away. Ball on the floor. Potts will wrestle with it with Blackshear. Jump ball, and it'll be Nebraska's possession. Good hands there.
Yeah, it looked like that was Tony Morgan that was able to poke that one away. Like I said, stays with Nebraska off the jump, but great defense in the first couple minutes by both sides.
Yeah, very active hands. It's like we talked about, just 2 really well-coached sides who understand the importance of defense, especially at this Power 5 level. Shelley takes a screen, has to retreat. Good defense by Agustinate. Down into Markowski. Spin, hook shot off the glass. Alexis Markowski, that's her bread and butter.
Pretty finish with the right hand.
Morgan. Wona Ranyas, the center, will work the offense here. Agustinate thought about it for a second. She'll take another screen. Double now, trapped. Down to Wona Ranyas. Into the corner, Tony Morgan. Slithers into the paint. Nice layup from Morgan.
Morgan's dynamic.
Great burst of speed there. That's why she's just, I mean, she can do everything on the court. Rebound, assist, score. I mean, just such a deadly weapon. Markowski, 4-3. Misses. That's an aspect of Alexis's game that she's been trying to implement here for the last couple of years and just has not been able to consistently knock down that shot. But when she hits it, it really is a spark plug for this Huskers team. Wona Ranyas. She'll take it herself. Now to Morgan. Agustinate, guarded by Kroll, takes a screen from Morgan off her leg, but picks it back up. Dumped in, turns around to the corner. Blackshear. Naredo can't get there. Shelley trying to do it herself. She'll reset. Now down into Markowski. Another spin. Knocked out of bounds. Husker ball.
Great defense by Blackshear there. Able to dispossess Markowski.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough sledding for both sides, getting points here. And I think the number one thing to think about is it's not necessarily about size on this defensive end for both opponents here. It's really about the athleticism and great communication as Shelley chucks up a 3 off front iron. Rebound taken by Naredo. Now over to Morgan, pushing the pace. Guscanate for 3 off the front iron. Darian White now. She'll push the pace. White, pull up, back iron. Rebound by Markowski. Lost, picked up by Blackshear. And now Guscanate will push it up the court.
Both teams working with some pace here.
Down to Blackshear, double team, tip pass. Morgan now. Oh, nice job by Potts trying to draw the charge, and then Kroll kind of rolled under Morgan in a foul. Kroll's first of the contest.
Kroll was diving for the loose ball there, and like you said, just rolled right under Morgan. And that's going to be a foul every time.
Yeah, it's a foul, but it's one of those where you commend the effort, right? You want your players diving on the court for balls. You want your players, putting all the effort into there. So, no foul is necessarily a good foul, but it's one of effort and one you like to see, and not necessarily one of laziness. As a double team here, Guscanate loses the ball for a second, jump ball, but the Yellow Jackets will keep it. Nebraska being incredibly aggressive so far. We've seen multiple double teams, not only around the perimeter, but also in the paint.
Looks like Kara Dunn's checked in for Guscanate here for the Yellow Jackets.
Dunn, sophomore guard from Kennesaw, Georgia. Seen some increasing action over the last year as Tony Morgan gets into the paint, but off the front iron. Alexis Markowski bouncing up for the rebound and then draws a foul. Great hustle play. And she just stuck with it the entire time. I mean, look at this.
Just kept tipping it to herself.
Tony Morgan trying to get herself another opportunity, but commits a foul. Her first of the contest. White fakes a handoff. Can't get anything going, though. Now back over to White. Guarded by Morgan. Takes a screen from Markowski. Shelley, jumper. Nothing but net. I mean, that is where she is most dangerous, Camden, working outside to in.
Yeah, great action off the screen as well. Just a pick and pop from the free throw line.
It's going to be a great matchup this entire evening between two great guards in Morgan and Shelley. They both already have it going on the scoring end as Dunn will step back, jumper off the front rim, rebound by Markowski. Shelley now pushing the pace. And she'll pull it out and reset. Markowski back to Shelley. Step back, thought about it. Markowski, dribble. Good defense by Rona Ranez. 13 seconds left on the shot clock. One more set here. Shelley into the paint. Turnaround, off 1 foot. Unsuccessful. Foul on Potts, and so Georgia Tech will take it the other way. Substitutions coming up.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Shown great improvement already through this year as Tony Morgan back into the game for Georgia Tech, loses the ball in the paint, dishes out at Guscanate, but can't handle it. And so now both teams are starting to turn the ball over a little bit too much.
Both teams just kind of getting ahead of themselves on the offensive end. The
Absolutely.
offense, it's been offense and defense.
Scoring drive for the Huskers. 2 minutes and 20 seconds now. Jess Shelley tries to end that. Off the front, bouncing around. Never a doubt for Jazz Shelley as she picks up her 6 points of the game.
A friendly roll, PBA roll there for Shelley.
So that scoring drought ends for Jazz Shelley. Now Georgia Tech on one of their own as Guscanate misses it. High bounce. Rebound secured by Georgia Tech, now down low. Morgan travels. Lost her footing just a little bit there. We'll go the other way. Checking in for the Huskers, Darian White along with Logan Nisley. And just checking into the game for Georgia Tech, Ariana Termis.
Something to monitor. Georgia Tech's already up to 3 offensive rebounds here in this first quarter. They've had a lot of second chance opportunities.
You're absolutely right. And Nebraska had great second chance opportunities in their last game. Natalie Potts for 3 long. Rebound. Pushing the pace is Morgan. She'll pull up. Tarmis for 3. Yes! A great shot there from Termis. And now it's only a 1-point lead for Nebraska.
Yeah, Termis was just kind of open at the top of the key don't think she wanted to take 3, and then she did.
Well, it's technically not her game. You know, she's only had 2 3-point attempts up to this point this year, but she was left wide open, and I think she was surprised with how wide open she was left. Now, 10 seconds left in this quarter. Shelley over to Potts. Over to Nisley for 3. Yes! Logan Nisley hits the 3. Huskers up 16-12, and that's the end of the first quarter. It's been a very competitive game against 2 teams that are incredibly similar. A lot of great guard play as Logan Nisley will try her luck again. That one's a little too long. Rebound by Markowski, and she's fouled. I believe they'll get Naredo there, trying to hit the ball out of Markowski's hands. But like I was saying, these 2 teams built very similarly.
As you see the rebound there from Markowski. There were 3 different Georgia Tech players there. She was able to get her hands on it and got fouled.
So inbound coming in from Shelley. Both sides played pretty disciplined basketball in that first quarter. Neither of the teams got into the bonus. So Shelley in the corner for 3. That's short. It might have been tipped off the release.
I think it was.
As Sydney Thomas now is pushing or Sydney Johnson is pushing the pace for Tech. Auguste Canate. Down low. Turn around. Done. Nice move. Puts it right over the outstretched hands of Alexis Markowski and cuts the lead in half. Shelley to Markowski. Thought about it. Now over to White. White cuts into the paint. Left-handed layup. Long. Goose Canate rebound.
Good defense by Dunn to affect that shot.
Little backwards handoff there from Johnson to Goose Canate. Now down to Termes. Handoff. Step back. 3-pointer. Short. Nisley. Calling for a play here. Darren White all alone. Dumps it into Markowski. Markowski gets in deep. Left hand. Too high off the glass. Another rebound from Auguste Canate. Been all over the boards. And now mishandle there from Johnson, but she gets it out. Georgia Tech's got numbers into the corner to Dunn. Dunn for 3. Missed. Rebound by Potts. Great box out. And now Nebraska's got numbers. The shoe is off of Tony Morgan as now Natalie Potts for 3. Off the front iron. Huskers once again struggling from 3. 2 of 9 now. Shooting 26% from 3 on the year. Dunn. Cuts into the paint. And a block and foul. Waiting for the call there. And 1 as Natalie Potts tried to draw another charge. It would have been her second.
Looks like on the replay she didn't quite line herself up to Dunn. And Dunn was able to finish through the contact and has the and 1 opportunity now.
Yeah, and it looked like she tried leaning into her from the side as well, which is why official Tiara Cruz called that block there. Great job from Dunn getting into the paint. A little hesitation because it looked like there was a hesitation for me there because it did look like for a second that it was going to be a charge. But, you know, looking at the replay, Cam, she definitely did lean in a little bit. It was a good call on the floors. Dunn will look to capitalize on her and 1 opportunity, and she does. So now Georgia Tech, their first lead of the contest, comes with 8 minutes left in the second quarter.
Dunn's up to 8 points as well.
Hit a couple of threes and a 3-point play. Huskers moving outside to in as White takes a screen. She slashes into the paint. Left-handed floater off the iron and rebounded by Blackshear. Now Johnson's going to push the pace with Auguste Canate. Auguste Canate takes a screen from Dunn. Waits for a second. Double team in the corner. Gets it out. Down low to Blackshear. Cross basket Johnson into the corner for Morgan. She gets into the paint. Layup. Nice. A beautiful move there. Going right by the Husker defender. Their lead's up to 3 now. Markowski now. Shelley for 3. Hits the board. Foul on Logan Nisley, trying to get a rebound there. And now momentum is shifting towards the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, the Yellow Jackets have definitely picked up the defense here in the second quarter. Nebraska struggling from deep, and a lot of their shots haven't been very close either. Shelley was off to the left. As you see, Nisley fouled Gustanante there, but a little bit impatient on the offensive end and haven't really been able to get open shots.
Well, it's been good defense by Georgia Tech and some bad shots taken by the Huskers. 2 of 10 now from 3. Gustanante guarded by Kroll. Out of Tony Morgan. She's guarded by Petrie. Now it's done. She gets into the paint. Good defense from Markowski, forces the miss. Rebound, and now Darian White. Over to Shelley, 4-3. Off the iron again. And the Huskers just cannot take the lid off from the three-point line.
And that time, that was a really good look for Shelley. Wide open, you want her taking that shot all day, but she just wasn't able to capitalize.
Yeah, the Huskers have gotten some of their best looks out of transition when they're able to force a miss and get it going the other way, but their last couple of attempts have not been able to fall through. Morgan, double teamed for a second by Markowski, but flips it over. Now Dunn for three off the front. And now Markowski draws a foul.
Good job by Markowski getting her hands up there, and Blackshear just kind of went right through him. Fouled her as she was heading out of bounds.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Now she'll reset as head coach Nell Fortner will call a play. 1 minute left in this quarter. Georgia Tech has an opportunity to take control of this game here with a nice possession. Johnson off of the rim, rebound by Potts. Huskers can have a 2-for-1 here if they work the clock correctly. Darian White now doesn't take a screen. Steps it off. Same play they ran to Kroll before. She doesn't take the shot this time, though. Good job from Georgia Tech from realizing that. Alexis Markowski in the paint. Left-handed hook. And just falls out of the rim. And so now the Yellow Jackets have numbers. Morgan into the paint again. Loses the ball. Picks it back up. Easy layup. And now Morgan is up to 10 points.
Yeah, Morgan's imposing her will on this game right now. Pushing the Yellow Jackets to try and get a big lead here before half.
3 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And so the Huskers will take their time before they run their final set of the quarter. One of their last 8 are the Huskers on a 2-minute scoring drought. They trail by 7. Hake now, 6 seconds left on the shot clock. White gonna take it herself. Right-handed floater off the front rim, rebounded by Morgan. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left. Dunn from half court. In! Kara Dunn ends the second half. Something to mention too, the Yellow Jackets did have a halftime lead against Florida, and they lost that game. As Blackshear in the paint goes up for the layup off the glass, and now it's a 9-0 run from the second quarter to this third quarter for Georgia Tech. Darian White, she didn't have too much luck from the field in the first half. Now Maddie Kroll off the front iron. Rebound by Morgan. She caroms the ball and she pushes it up the floor. Nice pass to Kayla Blackshear, but blocked. Nice rejection, and now Jazz Shelley dumps it to Kroll. And Kroll will reset. Darian White now takes a screen from Markowski, gets into the paint, pulls up, skip pass to Shelley, 4-3. Chaz Shelley putting a little life into the Huskers as now the lead for the Yellow Jackets back down to single digits at 9.
Yeah, great set shot for Shelley there. Took her time on that one. Hopefully that gets her going here in the second half.
The Huskers are going to need it as Shelley had 3 threes against Florida Atlantic in the team's last game, which was a double-digit victory. Tony Morgan now cuts into the paint. Little nice reverse off the glass. Little up and over. Morgan with her 6th basket of the game.
Several Huskers were there too, and like you said, just kind of shifted around everyone and got it between Markowski.
It's a beautiful layup. She's so good around the basket. Dumps into Potts. That's a turnover from Jazz Shelley. Now Morgan has done a good job pushing the pace. Naredo. Now that's out of bounds, Husker ball.
Back to that last possession. Great job by Naredo to tip that one away.
Look at this. Nice up and under. My goodness. Shades of Magic Johnson, shades of Michael Jordan. Just a nifty layup around the rim. We've seen that a couple times, and so impressive from Morgan. Her first step speed is so great. As now Naredo in the paint. And one. An incredible job. Pushes through the harm and gets the hoop.
See there, kind of struggled on the inbound, but then Shelley went up and hit her on the arm, and Nareda was able to finish.
Yeah, she kind of cut to that back post there, and it was a really good inbound pass that she was able to corral and converts on the and one. So now, just like that, a couple minutes into this second half, the Georgia Tech lead, rather, is now 14. Darian White now. Over to Markowski. Markowski, left-handed push layup off the glass and in for her 6 points of the contest.
That's what Nebraska's want to keep going to. That's their bread and butter. Hit it from the outside. Shelley inside to Markowski, and let Markowski go to work.
Good off-ball defense from Nebraska, not allowing Georgia Tech to get in their sets. Blackshear. Officials will say that'll be off Nebraska as Blackshear was cutting to the paint. Look at the replay here. That was tipped out by Maddie Kroll. And I think the Huskers were arguing that it went off her leg.
Certainly what Amy Williams on the bench wanted.
Laredo to inbound. Over to Gustinate. Gustinate for a long three. Oh my! From the parking lot. Gustinate now makes it a 15-point Georgia Tech lead.
Those are her first points of the game, coming off that 30-point game against Florida. So if she gets going, watch out.
Darian White dumps in. Kendall Coley, turnaround jumper. Nice and smooth from Coley. Great footwork there. Now Toni Morgan, she's getting pushed on the baseline. It goes off her feet, and now late call coming in, double dribble. Double dribble called. Referee
already outscored what they scored in the second quarter. They have 7 points in this third quarter, only had 6 in the second.
They hit a 3 along with that from Jazz Shelley earlier in the game. We are on a 1,000-point watch for Jazz Shelley. She's just 9 away. Kendall Coley for 3, yes! Kendall Coley extending the range. That's her 5th point of the third quarter. And she gets back quickly on defense as Darian White will score up with Toni Morgan. It's been a great matchup all night. Laredo dumps into Blackshear. Over to Morgan. Fakes the pass. Good pass in here from Georgia Tech. Morgan cuts in. Over to Blackshear. Blackshear misses. Rebound. Markowski corrals it. Now Shelley calling the shots here. Turns around. Markowski over to White. White dives into the paint. Right-handed floater off the glass. And that cuts the lead to 8.
Tricky shot by White. Way to use the glass for her as well.
White falling to her left, shooting to her right. She's been so good with that floater. She's comfortable taking it. Now a little makeshift zone here from the Huskers, trying to give a different defensive look to Georgia Tech, who's had a lot of ball movement over the last couple possessions. Gustinate off the iron foul on the floor as Laredo was knocked down to the ground. It'll be on Maddie Kroll. Kroll now is up to 2 fouls on the contest as she was just too aggressive on the box out and Laredo hit the deck.
Yeah, it's just kind of displaced Laredo. Laredo was already established, and then Kroll just kind of went underneath her and pushed her out.
Have not been too many fouls in this game. As neither team have hit the bonus. Toni Morgan off the inbound, misses it, only her 2nd of the day. But that's the last touch by Nebraska, so Tech will keep it.
I've liked all the looks that Morgan's taken throughout the game, too. Like you said, she's 6 of 8, but that was another really good look off the inbounds play.
Already her 8th straight game in double digits. Inbound to her. She goes up, a block by Kroll. Great defense, and now the Huskers will push it. Darian White flips it over to Jazz Shelley for the layup off the glass, and the Huskers have cut it to 6. 7-0 run, or 9-0 run now. 6 of their last 6 from the field, and now Pinnacle Bank Arena's rocking as the Huskers were down 13 at one point. Kara Dunn silences them. Dunn with her 3rd 3 of the game, and their lead now back up to 9.
Dunn's up to 16 now, 6 of 13.
Shelley. Markowski fakes it. Barrels down. Hook shot and 1! Alexis Markowski making it work in the paint. she makes that one. Markowski now up to 9 points on the contest. Very close to a double-double as well, as now the Huskers only trail by 6. Termes checked into the game for the Yellow Jackets. Now it's Kara Dunn with a nice little pull-up at the elbow. And she's been incredibly effective all over the court on the offensive end today.
Dunn's been the silencer. She had that 3 when the Huskers were on a run earlier, and then right there had that free throw line jumper.
Little split action here from the Huskers as Markowski now. Extended elbow. Gets it poked away. Good defense there by Termes, and now Morgan pushes it up the court. She's guarded by Kroll. Foul called. It'll be a block, as Maddie Kroll did not get planted, so Morgan will go to the line for 2.
Nice Euro step. Almost converted by Morgan, but regardless, she draws the foul and she'll have 2 at the line.
Yeah, looks like there that Kroll kind of planted herself a little bit too early and tried to extend out and turn it into a block and foul. Jessica Petrie will check into the game for Alexis Markowski. A very good run over the last couple of minutes. You'll get some much-deserved rest as Morgan now to the line. We talked about Morgan in the pregame. She's had 5 double-doubles this year. A couple of them coming off of assists, a couple of them coming off rebounds. Been dominant. She's been incredibly efficient tonight. She made the first. Now to make this a 10-point lead for the Yellow Jackets. She misses it. Rebound by Coley, challenged by Blackshear and Termes, but she comes away with it, and now Darian White will get the show on the road. Logan Nisley into the game. Shelley grabbed a little bit, pulls back over to Petrie. Nice dish. Over to Jessica Petrie. Easy layup. And now it's a 7-point Georgia Tech lead.
Shelley was able to draw the double. Like I said, found a slicing Petrie for 2.
Done. Off the front iron. Petrie slows it down. Now White will push it. She's got Nisley. She'll throw it over to her. Fakes the 3. Goes baseline. Floater. Yes! Logan Nisley, a freshman, making some veteran moves here in the corner, and now the lead is down to 5.
That was a tough shot by Nisley. The 3 would have been a much easier shot, but she went with the floater.
Blackshear loses her balance a little bit. No travel call. Done guard by Shelley. She dumps that over. That's picked up by Tony Morgan. Now to Gustanate for 3. Misses. Rebound by Coley. Hit out by her. Georgia Tech keeps the ball.
Yeah, Gustanate's shot didn't hit the rim. Still have 8 seconds on the shot clock here.
Yeah, Nell Fortner is going to have Laredo go into the game. She was very frustrated after that possession, especially because of the fact now they don't have a lot of time on shot clock, but they've been great on these out-of-bounds plays, and they do it again to Morgan. Turns around, floater, yes! Tony Morgan getting whatever she wants in the paint. Logan Nisley, she'll try for 3. Off the iron, rebounded by Blackshear. Morgan will push the pace. She's got numbers. Hands off to Laredo. Laredo into the paint. Little sky hook. Not sky hook, but a little baby hook there. You know what I was saying. Nice bucket. 9-point lead, Georgia Tech. Darian White goes baseline. Over to Jessica Petrie for 3. Yes! Petrie. And now everyone is hidden from 3-point land for the Huskers. They got 3 3-pointers in this quarter. They had 2 in the entire first half. Laredo now. Over to Blackshear. Too strong. Darian White grabs it. White takes it herself, loses the ball, and they say it's out of bounds on Georgia Tech. White looked like she had Shelley in the corner there for a second.
Yeah, White was going in for the layup, and then great defense by Morgan to come from behind and poke that one out.
Yeah, she had a clear lane. It was a really good job there for Morgan, as now Morgan will check out of the game, and Sydney Johnson will come in. Auguste Canate will also check in as well for Termes. And so Georgia Tech going a little bit smaller here on the court against the Huskers.
Markowski's not out there for the Huskers either, so kind of a smaller lineup for both teams.
Yes. Callan Hake. And Jess Shelley resets the offense here. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Over to Petrie. Thought about it. 5 seconds left. Potts cuts into the lane. Yes! Natalie Potts doing it all herself. And now it's a 4-point Georgia Tech lead.
Great awareness by Potts to get that one off before the shot clock went off.
And the Huskers just can't miss 11 of their last 12 field goals, Camden. They are on fire this quarter. Dunn in the paint. Double clutch, never a doubt. Back to 6-point lead.
Dunn's the silencer, third time. He's up to
Absolutely.
20 points.
He's had an incredible game so far. Callan Hake takes it in herself, draws the foul. And Ines Naredo is not happy about that one. She thought she went straight up for the block.
She might have, but it was called on, looks like, was it Sydney Johnson?
Was it on Johnson?
Yeah, they called it on Johnson.
Look at the replay here. Yeah, it was on Johnson. Call there, Camden. So Hake will go to the line. She'll make the first.
I think Johnson just caught her with the body a little bit. It was a clean block, but I think it was the body part.
Callan Hake had a really good year from the free throw line, and she makes both of them there. So now both teams just trading buckets. But the Huskers, at one point, were down 13. They battle back in this quarter to make it a 4-point deficit, but Georgia Tech still holding on strong. Kara Dunn, she's had the hot hand tonight. She'll take that jumper once again. She misses it this time. Markowski, nice one-handed layup. Skip pass to Potts. Layup good. And now the lead is cut in half. Johnson takes her time, and now Nell Fortner's got to be held back as she's yelling out plays right now. Alexis Markowski tries to save it. She's hit out of bounds. A great defensive effort from the junior forward from here in Lincoln, Nebraska.
The intensity in this game is definitely cranked up a little bit here in this third quarter. The fans are much more into it.
And the offensives have cranked up as well. Nebraska's been red hot this quarter, and Georgia Tech has shot the ball incredibly well to answer. Blackshear gets to the paint. Hook. Rebound by Markowski. Battled for. Picked up by Hake. 1 second between shot clock and game clock. So Hake will take her time here for the last possession of the third quarter, which potentially could tie this game or give Nebraska the lead. Shelley, 4-3. You bet! Chaz Shelley gives the Huskers a 1-point lead. The third quarter's over, and the Huskers have completely grabbed momentum in these last couple minutes of the third quarter. And a very efficient 7 of 10 from the field. Potts, just talked about, try and set up the offense here. Dumped into Markowski, good double, but draws the foul. Tony Morgan did a good job sliding over to contest the shot, but a little bit too much of the hand of Markowski, so she'll go back to the line.
Liked what Nell Fortner did there, head coach for Georgia Tech, deciding to double Markowski in the paint. I think that's a smart decision.
Yeah, we didn't see a whole lot of that in the first quarter. Markowski's 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 today from the free throw line. Very uncharacteristic considering the fact she was shooting over 80% entering this contest. And she misses the second. So now 1 for 5, her second time missing both. Naredo now, Morgan. Over to Naredo, 4-3, yep! Naredo gives the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets the lead once again. Jaz Shelley misses. Nisley nearly rebounds it, but hits it out. And so the Yellow Jackets possession going the other way.
Kind of a rush shot from Shelley on the Nebraska end, and then a great shot by Naredo to get that three-pointer in the corner.
Morgan now. She's controlled this game the entirety of the way. It's now to Naredo, over to Blackshear. Skip pass, done, 4-3. Misses, rebound by Nisley.
Strong rebound from Nisley down there.
Hake pushing the pace. Gets it in, good defense, but a foul called. Lona Ranez kind of reached around Markowski to hit that ball, and so That is the second team foul rather, on the Yellow Jackets of this quarter. No team has hit the bonus. And Aranya's fourth personal foul. So she's now in foul trouble, and that's a big deal considering the fact that there's not a ton of size that the Yellow Jackets have. Callan Hake cuts in the paint over to Nisley, 4-3, bullseye! Great job from Hake cutting in and finding Nisley, who hits another three this half. And now Morgan being guarded aggressively by Callan Hake.
Nisley's up to 8 points, the sharpshooter.
Shot on the way from Georgia Tech, no good. Blackshear just hasn't been able to get anything going today. Shelley dumps into Markowski, one dribble, over to Nisley. She does it again! Logan Nisley! Back-to-back three-pointers. And her third of the half, or third of the game, and just like that, the Huskers got a 4-point lead that have propelled them to a 61-57 lead, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. One that's had so many lead changes as Morgan errantly throws that ball, tipped away from Callan Hake, and she is thrown to the ground and draws the foul, and she is fired up.
Great hustle from Hake. She dove at that one. That was Naredo. Just kind of gave her a little shove on the way. And the referee was all over that.
So to 3 team fouls now for Georgia Tech, none for the Huskers. But they now have possession and a chance to really grab this game by the throat as Nisley. Now to Shelley. She's resetting, trying to find Markowski in the paint. She doesn't. Skip pass to Potts. Hesitates for a second, takes it herself. Baseline, reverse layup. Yep! On the money from Natalie Potts, and the freshmen are showing out right now.
Yeah, Potts doesn't play like a freshman. She plays like an experienced veteran there.
She is an experienced. I mean, she played a lot of high school basketball in Missouri all 4 years, and a proven winner in high school. And now Tony Morgan dumps it off to Blackshear in the paint, but it's stolen away by Markowski. Callan Hake now. She will wait. Gets into the paint, pulls up. Shelley dumps down low to Potts. She goes to work. Potts can't find anything. 15 seconds left in the shot clock. They'll reset. Shelley. Nice pass to Markowski. And the Husker lead now up to 8.
What a smart assist by Shelley. Just kind of threw it over her head. Knew Markowski was down there. That gives Markowski 11 points.
Well, you know their chemistry is so high. Markowski and Shelley, they've been doing this together for quite a while now. That pick and roll has always been so deadly. And now as Tony Morgan will try her luck from 3, and it will hit nothing. And so the Huskers lead by 8 with the ball. And now Rusna Gustanate will check into the game, trying to bring a little bit more energy to this court.
Yeah, Georgia Tech's on a 3:05 scoring drought. And we're in the fourth quarter, not a good time to be in a drought.
Now, I'll tell you this right now, something interesting. Tony Morgan and Kayla Blackshear, the number 1 and number 2 scorers, not on the court right now for the Huskers. And Jazz Shelley keeps this scoring parade going. Now to a 12-0 run. Kara Dunn gets into the paint. Over to Naredo, fakes it. Baseline. Augustinate hits it. Trying to bring a little bit more juice, and she does that. But like I was saying, Kayla Blackshear and Tony Morgan, 2 of the top players on the Yellow Jackets, not on the court right now. Interesting strategy from Nell Fortner, but it worked on that possession with Augustinate as now Callan Hake to Markowski. Markowski, Aaron, rebounded by Sydney Johnson. She looks to push the pace. Over to Kara Dunn. She's got 20. Dunn gets that stolen from Potts. Came from right behind, and now Potts is pressured by Naredo. And Hake will reset.
Yeah, Potts just took that one away.
And a timeout called by Williams. I mean, I don't know what the record is for second half, shooting by the Huskers, but that's got to be close to a record. It's just they cannot seem to miss here, but Georgia Tech has done a great job sticking in this one. Jazz Shelley, screen, Quick jumper off the back iron. Rebound by Naredo. 2-on-2. She pulls up. Looking for Dunn. Won't get there. Naredo back to Augustinate. Now over to Naredo in the corner. Blocked, but a foul called. Logan Nisley got a little bit of the arm of Naredo, and so she'll go to the line for 3. Let's see here.
She had a closeout. Yeah, caught her on the hand.
Yeah, she got ball as well, but that follow-through hand was clipped. She'll make the first. It's really been impressive here from Georgia Tech, considering the fact that the Huskers just cannot seem to miss this half. You know, the fact that they're only down 6 is quite something, and they've shot the ball well themselves as Naredo knocks in the second.
Well, it helped being up 10 at the half.
Absolutely. Naredo, one of 3 players from Spain on this Georgia Tech team. She's a key contributor along with Juan Aranez. And so now Callan Hake has done a great job in the defensive end today for the Huskers. Brings it in. Now Markowski down low. Quick little layup. Great pass by Shelley to lead her there. And the Huskers keep it rolling.
That's Shelley's 7th assist of the game.
Shelley's gotten a couple triple doubles in her career as well. Naredo misses. And that is a foul. Kara Dunn now gets the ball off the inbound. She drives in the paint, loses it for a second. Oh, they say a tip ball. Might have been a double dribble. Doesn't matter. Alexis Markowski steals the ball, gets fouled by Blackshear, and now that's the 4th foul.
Great defense by Markowski. Used her offhand. Was able to steal that one away.
You said great awareness to know that that pass was coming. Used quick hands. Potts guarded by Dunn. Shelley, quick 3. Off target. Johnson. She'll reset at the S of the Husker logo. Under 4 now. Blackshear going to work on Markowski, and one too many. Markowski kind of pulled the chair just a little bit, allowing Blackshear to slide, and it has not been Kayla Blackshear's night on the game. She's got 4 points, 2 of 8 from the field with 7 rebounds. And typically, it's a player that the Yellow Jackets can always count on to give them double digits.
Tony Morgan's back in the game for the Yellow Jackets, as is Darian White for Nebraska.
That's big substitutions there, Camden, as top closing lines for both teams starting. Markowski, quick little hook, rebound by Naredo. She's jumped on top of by Darian White, and Naredo might have kind of rolled up on her ankle there. Let's look at the replay.
So White was trying to get that offensive rebound. Yeah. Looks like she kind of just tripped over Wona Ranez down there.
Yeah, and White landed right on that ankle of Naredo. She's going to stay in the game, though, so it appears she's fine. She's already got those ankle braces. But Nebraska now in the bonus. Tony Morgan took a quick little break after her air ball 3, back into the contest. Her team's down 6. Johnson back to Morgan. Aranes. Now Johnson, 4-3, off iron. Rebound by Markowski.
That's her 10th rebound.
Her 10th rebound and back-to-back double-doubles for Alexis Markowski. She averaged a double-double last year in Big Ten play. Maddie Kroll now. Allie Potts looking to find White. Good defense by Johnson. Screen by Shelley. Over to Maddie Kroll. She already made a 3 today. 5 seconds left on the shot clock. Shelley cuts in. Natalie Potts, 4-3. Count it! Natalie Potts turning this 3-point circus around. for the Huskers. They've made 7 this half, and a timeout called by Nell Fortner as the Huskers lead by 9.
Rusnez Augustinaite, three-point sharpshooter from that Florida game, and 30 points.
You know Nell Fortner kind of drew up a quick play here to get the Jackets on the board. That's exactly what they did. Morgan misses the layup, though. She gets a rebound back and puts it up. So quick little points, and now they wanted a full court press. They didn't really get it there. 2:24 left, 7-point lead for Nebraska. Darren White takes it herself, rips through the paint, foul. And she'll go to the line.
Good job by White to penetrate into the lane. She'll have a chance at some free throws here.
We talked about her earlier at Montana State. She was one of the best players in that school's history. 3-time all first team Big Sky Conference. A couple of team MVPs. Went to an NCAA tournament. 62% from the line as a Husker this year. She's got 2 shots. Misses the first, a little short.
Huskers just 3 of 8 now on free throws.
Yeah, that has been the one flaw in their offensive performance in this game. White misses the second. That's the 3rd time now the Huskers have gone completely empty from the charity stripe. Exactly what the Yellow Jackets want. Now Morgan, double team, picks up her own dribble. Now over to Blackshear, gets into the paint. Nice layup, fights through the defense of Alexis Markowski, and just like that, in 20 seconds, Georgia Tech has added 4 points to their score. Potts to inbound, full court press initiated by Georgia Tech. Huskers break it. Maddie Kroll now will slow down, and Amy Williams will call play. 1:38 left in this game. Huskers lead 5. Kroll, or Shelley. Back to Potts, 4 seconds left on the shot clock. Got to get something here. Shelley just heaves it up, and it's in! Jazz Shelley just turns around and throws up almost a hook shot, and they're going to take a review at this one. And that was a 3-pointer there by Jazz Shelley. And so now the Huskers lead 75-67. Yellow Jackets trying to move quickly. Aranes over to Morgan. 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Puts up a 3, hits it. Morgan doesn't shoot a ton of those, but puts it in.
This might come down to free throws.
Huskers break the press. No foul there. And so 45 seconds left. No foul yet. Huskers are going to have a possession here. Double team ensued. Nice pass out of it from Kroll. Callan Hake will reset. It's a 2-possession game, so they can take their time here. Hake over to Markowski. 2 seconds left. Turnaround. Hook shot off the glass and in. Huskers needed it. Huskers got it. Tipped away from Natalie Potts. But now that's Tony Morgan now bringing it up. And so Yellow Jackets need to score to even think about fouling. They'll go up. Dunn will get it. So now it's a 5-point game. And we'll probably see that here. 5-point game. This could almost indefinitely seal it for the Huskers if she makes both. She makes the first. Like we mentioned earlier, not a great time from the line by the Huskers today. In all, 3 of 9 before that one. Now 4 of 10. Shelley makes the second. Natalie Potts trying to inbound, but stolen by Maddie Kroll. Kroll throws it to Shelley, 10 seconds left. Georgia Tech will foul, and that'll be almost all she wrote.
Great job by Nebraska to get that steal there, too, on the pressure. Not allow Georgia Tech to try and make a 3-pointer.
Nebraska scored 6 points in the second quarter. They came out of the locker room and responded by going 22 of 29 from the field and 8 of 12 from 3. An incredible offensive explosion. Shelley misses the first. Very uncharacteristic. Knocks in the second. 8-point lead, 9 seconds left. Georgia Tech will inbound the ball. Tony Morgan, who's had a really good game. Throw it over to Gustinate. She'll just heave one out. off the glass. People falling. Jess Shelley on the ball. All smiles as the Huskers walk away with their 6th victory of the season. 2nd in a row in this 3-game homestand, and 1st over a Power 5 opponent. An incredible performance overall offensively for this team.
Yeah, the first half was pretty slow, but 33 in the 3rd quarter, 25 in that 4th quarter. And then they were able to hold the Yellow Jackets to 22 in that 3rd quarter and only 18 in the 4th. So a great second half from Nebraska to bounce back from a 10-point deficit at halftime.